Hey guys, how's it going? It's Thang. Welcome to this build guide video for the Necromancer's Pestilence speed build. So within this build, all you have to do is really use Frozen Land and then press Devour, and also press your poison skill buttons to increase your damage to 300%, and you pretty much plow through everything. You're pretty much looking for elites to reset your cooldowns, and that helps you with Frozen Land, and that just pretty much destroys and rips everything apart. Although this build is really fun, you can do it in Greater Rift, but because of how much less damage reduction you get, it might not be the best. Anyways, enjoy the clip, and I'll see you guys very soon. Okay, so welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little clip. We're gonna jump into stats priority first. So our main stat priority is going to be cooldown reduction. We need it to be at 50% or higher, so that way we can have Frozen Land up as much as possible. Next is going to be critical hit chance, critical hit damage, then corpse lands, then poison plus damage, and if you can fit in area plus damage, that's great. And the rest of the stats are going to be for survivability. Okay, so let's jump into the gears, because I know people hate it when I say the word gears, but I'm really used to it. It's like these are my gears. Anyways, so we will need the 6-piece set bonus from the Pestilence sets, but we are using 5 pieces only. We do have the Ring of Royal Grandeur in the Kanai Cube, so not a problem. So let's equip it now. Okay, so equipped. So the 6-piece set bonus reads, 2-piece set reads, each corpse you consume fires a corpse lance at a nearby target. So pretty much whenever you press Devour, it consumes a corpse, and that automatically shoots out corpse lance with the rune that is equipped. So you pretty much don't have to worry about anything. Just press Devour and everything just dies. The only reason you press corpse lance is to increase the damage because of the, I believe, the Kanai Cube weapon. Okay, that's it. Number 4 is each enemy you hit with Bone Spear, Corpse Lance, and Corpse Explosion reduces your damage taken by up to 2% for a maximum of 50%, and that lasts 15 seconds. So that's pretty much our damage reduction right there. Number 6, each corpse you consume grants you an Empower Bone Spear charge that increases the damage of your next Bone Spear by 3,300%. In addition, Corpse Lance and Corpse Explosion damage is increased by 1,650%. That's pretty much it for the 6-piece set bonus. Okay, so the rest of the gear is for our shoulders. We want the Corpse Whisperer pauldrons right here. So this increases our Corpse Lance damage by X amount, 25 to 30% for 3 seconds when you consume a corpse. Maximum of 20 stacks. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of stacks. Next is Ingeme right here. So this will help us reduce our cooldown. So every single time we kill an elite mob, it reduces our cooldown by 9 seconds. So yeah, that's why we hunt for elite packs, so that way our Land of the Dead is up 24/7, much as we can. Next is Nemesis Bracer, so whenever we hit a pylon or a shrine, an elite will pop out to help us increase, our progress faster. Next is Lost Time right here. So your code skills reduce the movement speed of enemies by 30%. In addition, your movement speed is increased by X amount, so 8% to 10% for 5 seconds, maximum of 5 stacks. For our belt, we want the Vigilant belt right here. I always call it Vigilante belt. I don't think it's a Vigilante belt. No, it's Vigilant. Anyways, Vigilant. I don't know. You guys tell me. Anyways, it reduces our cooldown reduction, so that's why we have that. It helps a lot. Next is Crispin's Sentence right here. So you deal X amount, 75 to 100% increased damage against slowed enemies, or triple this bonus against enemies affected by any other type of controlling impaired effect. So we actually aren't. The second part doesn't really affect us, only the first part, okay? Because we are using the Bane of the Trap, that's why there's control impairments right there. Oh well, I mean, oh actually Frozen Land as well, but I don't know. Next is Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, so reduces the remaining cooldown of one of your skill by 1 second when you hit with a resource spending attack. So whenever you're using Bone Spear, it'll help to reduce the cooldown reduction of Land of the Dead right there, okay? Next is the John Stone. When the Land of the Dead expires, you are granted 50 stacks of Macabre knowledge. The Macabre, I can't pronounce these words, guys. Increases the damage of corpse select and corpse explosion by X amount, so 100 to 200%. So when you're outside, when Land of the Dead expires, you still have some DPS left to finish off like a pack or something, okay? Okay, so for our legendary gems, we're going to be using the Zeiss Stone of Vengeance right here, then the Gokok of Swiftness right there, and lastly is the Bane of the Trap right there. And for our normal gems is green gems, orange gems right there, and lastly for the helm is going to be our diamond gems because we want cooldown reduction. Okay, so let's move on to our Kunai Cube. So we do have Nayar's Black Death right here. So each poison skill you use increases the damage of your poison skills by 100% for 15 seconds. So we do have 3 of them right here. So it's going to increase to 300%. And then Steward's Greaves right here, you gain 100% increased movement speed for 10 seconds after you use Blood Rush. So that would increase our movement speed. And lastly is the Ring of Royal Grandeur. You know what it does. So for Paragon level, we want to match movement speed to 25% with our boots, and then everything else into intelligence. Offensiveness, you want cooldown reduction, critical chance, critical damage, and then attack speed. Defense, resist all armor, life, and then life regen. Utility is area damage, life per hit, whatever. It doesn't really matter for the last 2. Okay, so now for our skills, we have Land of the Dead with Frozen Lands right here. Enemies in the Land of the Dead are periodically frozen, so they pretty much stop moving. We want to have this up as much as we can because this is our DPS right here. If we don't have this up, we're kind of like teleporting around to have a lot of corpses and then we can just hit something. So that's where Blood Rush comes in, so with Molten. So whenever we teleport, we leave a corpse out. So this is pretty much what you use to teleport, but if you are with an elite and you don't have any corpse around and Land of the Dead is not up, you pretty much teleport in circles, so that way you have like a lot of corpse and then just Corpse Lance, the elite, and it just pretty much dies. Corpse Lance with Ricochet right here. No need for me to say anything really. Bone Spear with Blighted Marrow. Use it when you're not in Land of the Dead, and when Land of the Dead is not up, it will help to reduce the cooldown of Land of the Dead as much as it can. Bone Armor with Dislocation. So whenever you use this, it stuns all the mobs around, and also helps you to increase your it reduces your damage taken. And Devour with Cannibalize right here. Each corpse consumed also restores 3% of your health. Pretty much it. You pretty much like press that button whenever Land of the Dead ups and everything is all good. So for passive skill is Blood is Power. After cumulatively losing 100% of your maximum life, all ability cooldowns are reduced by 20%, so this will help us with our cooldown reduction every once in a while. Rigor Mortis right here, poison abilities are also slow enemies by 30% and reduce their attack speed by 30% before 5 seconds, so helps us to survive. Final Service is pretty much your cheat death, and standalone increases your armor by 100%. The second part doesn't really matter to us because we don't have any minions or pets. So for our follower, I actually like to use the Templar to help me with cheat death and all that stuff. But if you can pretty much plow through T13 for farming, I would suggest actually using the Scoundrel right here for his critical hit chance increase in damage, okay? But for me, I like to use the Templar just because I like cheat death. That's it. So with Templar, you know, you have your Immortal Relic right here. Then you have your Thunderfury Blessing of the Windseeker to reduce its the enemy's attack speed. Then Oculus Ring, actually for all of them, use Oculus Ring for all of them. So when you are standing Oculus Ring, it increases your damage by X amount, so 70 to 80%. S of Johan as well for everybody else. I mean, like, you know, the other followers, so that it just pulls everything in. And I think Unity was like from a past skill. That's it. So that's what I use for followers. Okay, so how to actually do this? It's easy. All you do is, I feel like there's goblins. Okay, so whenever there's an elite around, hit Frozen Land, 1, 2, 3 skills, and then just Pit Devour. Hit Devour, everything just dies. Remember, stay as far away as you can, so that way you increases your damage as well. Oh no, I think they, oh, where am I going? It's like, yeah, that's all I do. Yeah, and see, Land of the Dead is not here. Just press, see, so it helps to reduce the damage, the cooldown of Land of the Dead, and that's it. That's all you do. Yeah. Oh man, this thing is fun. Oh wow, I get tons of like goblins. Why? I don't need goblins. What are you talking about? I don't need goblins. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to. Hold on. I'm really bad. Hold on. Okay, Land of the Dead, and everything just dies. Oh, sure. Oh. See? It's all easy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a while since like I've done one of these. Hopefully it's okay. If you have questions or comments, leave them down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to press subscribe. I love ya. Okay, bye.